Well, hello everybody and welcome to the Southern Scene. I'm WSAV's Natalie Hendricks. You know, if you want a brighter future, a higher education is a great start. But if you don't think you have time to go back to class, well, South University right here in Savannah could be the place to start making that dream a reality. Check out one of their success stories and see if South University is a good fit for you too.
I needed something that provided the hours for me to take care of my duties at the house and then leave and go to class, which that allowed. But it was the fact that when I met the professors for the very first time, and I believe it was Dr. Bird that I met for the very first time, he's a great man. He made me feel very comfortable with saying that he understood, you know, when you're an adult and you have other responsibilities and you're coming in and all of these things are going on. And then I met the other professors, which made me feel even more comfortable because I like for someone to make me work hard. So while they were firm, they were also understanding to my other responsibilities.
Well, a lot of folks in our field today, you know, most folks who come into a master's program in clinical mental health counseling are already working and are trying to do that in school. They want to go to get a graduate degree and still work. So our program is kind of made for the working student, working on evenings and weekends for their classes and be able to work around that.
I always tell people that I meet that are current South students or sometimes even people that I know, if you don't change while you're at that program, if you don't change as a person, because it's not just a changing of profession, a changing of career. If you don't change as a person, well, then you're not following the program. You're not, because if you're going to help someone, you have to change yourself. A good man told me, counselor, know thyself.
She definitely relates to the patients love her. Many times, sometimes when you get a fresh graduate out of school, just newly that really doesn't have any of the life experience, there's that barrier there. With Lapita, she actually came in and having had that life experience, presented an open forum for the clients to really feel comfortable with her. She was able to relate with them, just able to just really be very professional, but at the same time very personable.
For our program, you can do our program in 2 years, but one of those years, the second year, you end up out in the field. So you're working in Savannah or any of our local clinical mental health providers doing counseling. And I'd say more than 50% of our students get job offers from their field placement sites.
I think I've tried different fields, and I always find myself wanting to know more, wanting to help more, just wanting more, not being professional in certain things, but not feeling as if I've met my place, not feeling settled. And then when I finally started taking my classes, it felt home. I felt settled. I'm like, okay, this is it.
When we actually interviewed Lapita, we saw a lot of that. We saw a lot of the life experience and a lot of the educational background as well. And that presented a it presented passion when she interviewed, and it carries on even in what she's doing now.
The professors know you, know your stuff, and my personal passion is to make sure that our students graduate, they're successful, they get fully licensed, they get that job that they were looking for. I mean, I really try to push them through the whole process.
Some of us graduate, and we have our ups and downs because everybody's a human being, but I think that they have a large part of who we are and who we become when we graduate. They're my mentors. They taught me what I know so that if I'm stuck, if I need someone to tell me, Lupita, I'm honest. You keep me in check. Am I wrong? And they'll tell me they're not concerned about hurting my feelings, which I appreciate. Think about that. If you go by and you say, hey, this is what's going on, come in. They'll put down their lunch and they'll pick up a phone call and they give you cell numbers. So they're there. I think that if you feel that you're not supported while you're becoming a counselor there, well, then it's because you didn't push yourself to kind of say, hey, you know, I need your help. And then that's something that you need to consider while you're a counselor, because you can't stand alone.
I think that the education that she's gotten from South University has definitely helped that, and it definitely shows in what she does.